Hi everyone, welcome to Salebur's Property Meet in January 2025. Can you believe it? We've got one of the regulars, Jeroen. Thank you. And thank you for joining us. Jeroen's got a couple of entrepreneur questions for us. Yes. What was the first one about debanking?
Debanking, yes. So obviously, particularly in the property area where you sometimes get money coming into your business from, as they would probably class it, unknown sources. So where potentially you are at risk of being debanked by your bank, or even just for an undetermined amount of time, you might be under investigation and your bank will actually basically deny you access to your own bank account, therefore lock you out. So
I think that's a really good point. Jeroen is just saying for the audience that if you are doing certain activities in the business, or even activities you think are okay, the bank that runs your business bank account may block you during a period. How do you survive as an entrepreneur? Yes. And I think the great solution is do not put all your eggs in one basket. Have at least 2 bank accounts. How I do it, and I recommend people to do this, is have account for your revenue, right, and have one for your costs. So if there's ever a problem and you've got money in those different accounts, then you're fine. I would even have a third bank or a third bank account, whether it's with the same bank, to save your money for tax. So if you do that, you know, you'll get yourself covered, because even though I'm not a fan of good old Nigel Farage, even got debanked. I've been by NatWest, I think it was. And debanking can cripple your business. So you must have a plan in case the bank is nasty to you. And if you watched my Barclays video where I had a bit of an argument with Barclays, you can watch it on YouTube. I'm sure the team will put that link in. You've got to be able to deal with the banks, and I've got a little session when I'm dealing with Barclays Bank. Definitely watch that out. Hope that answers the question.
Yes.
What was the second thing you were saying about VAT?
So I was reading somewhere that obviously if you are reconfiguring your house, you're being charged 20% VAT by your suppliers for your materials, by your, if they're VAT registered by your builders. Are you able to reclaim that VAT? Because I was reading somewhere that basically you should be able to get a rebate, because HMRC apparently is saying no, it's a residential development, if 5% is appropriate, so you can get the remaining 15% difference back.
So there's a couple of things there, really important. So first of all, what is the rule for VAT, right? The rule for VAT is if I'm adding a room or reducing a room, okay, that means I'm changing my units of the property. That is no longer 20% VAT, it's actually 5%. Commonly used for HMOs, household or multi-occupancy, where people are converting them, they're increasing or moving back, reducing the rooms. Long as you can show that, and you show it in the planning or permission that you can show, depending if you're doing it correctly, right, then that's proof for the builder to charge you a lower rate of VAT. Not 20%, but 5%. So that is the rule. Regarding a rebate, or people will be able to claim, if the builder is willing to go back and change his VAT, right, then you can then potentially benefit and say, hold on, right, well, the builder would have to refund you because he's overcharged you VAT. Now he's corrected it because he knows better. Right? There is limits to all of this before you have to write to HMRC. It's generally, long as it's not more than 50 grand, or 10 grand VAT bill, 50 grand gross.
Well, we all know the king and the HMRC, they don't like losing money in any way, shape or form. So
it's a great point. So this is how someone who's a construction business like yourself can incentivize the entrepreneur, say, hold on, are you aware if you meet this criteria, we can actually help you because we can charge you less VAT.
It's just one of those things that I think if you are...
Do you know how it would work for you?
Whether you're an entrepreneur or whether you are in the business like myself,
do you know how
you can actually go to your clients and say, we know that these and these things are in existence. We have spoken to the appropriate accountants and they've advised that you could save yourself a couple of bob here and there.
I think it's a really good point, and sorry to jump in there. I was going to say, how do you do this? In reality, there's one way of doing it. As the builder, you buy everything and then you charge 5% on your invoice. Then you can go to the materials, reclaim the 20% back. If there's any subcontractor and all this stuff, depending on their rules and what they are, you may be able to mitigate the VAT there as well. So it becomes a win-win for both of you.
Yep.
The second part is make sure your company's based on invoice basis, not cash basis.
No.
Why? Because in this case, it's your friend. Because as soon as you invoice, you can reclaim the VAT at that point, not wait to physical payment. That is the difference between the VAT. So, bit of a few tips there. Hope they're useful.
No, of course.
It's about how you use VAT to become your friend, and as a construction business, how you can help the end client win-win in both ways.
Of course.
Don't you love tax? So, Jeroen, always asking us the value. Jeroen, thank you so much.
Thanks very much.
Really appreciate it. And Jeroen right now is looking at working with property developers, wasn't it?
Property developers and
Helping
architects.
them.
Yeah.
So if you're planning some big projects and you're watching this, drop Jeroen a little link or DM him. He'll be commenting on the poster hopefully, and he may be able to help you build up. If you're a property developer and you haven't got an in-house team, Jeroen runs a construction firm and he's looking to help entrepreneurs take it to the next level.
Thanks very much, Steve.
No problem. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, got Vera here today. Vera,
Hi, Zee.
thank you so much.
Nice
She's going to
to
give
join
us
you.
some insight into one of my favorite areas at the moment, investing in Dubai. You're a bit of a pro at that.
Yes.
Tell the audience how you've been helping some entrepreneurs think about the worldwide view, and especially investing in real estate in Dubai.
Sure, I think that UAE generally is an amazing place to diversify your property portfolio in terms of investment. Their capital appreciation has been over the roof in the past few years, and whoever has gotten on the wave about just post-pandemic has done quite good returns for their investments. Dubai real estate arena is actually reaching its top. However,
Arena,
Dubai property arena. However, there are some other amazing places in UAE that maybe people are not quite as well aware of that are basically the future of Dubai. So, for example, what UAE government is trying to do now is giving an opportunity to each of the 7 emirates to have something unique about them, so that they could drive the economy within those centres.
Let's break that up. There gives so much value. One thing, UAE. Dubai is one emirate of the UAE, just for anyone who doesn't know, United Arab Emirates. Number 2, she's mentioned about capital appreciation. In the last 2-3 years post-COVID, prices have doubled and they've been going up 20 to 35% when I look at Dubai real estate, because it's massive. And you can actually make a return there, which UK is on the floor, and the reason being is the tax efficiency is huge.
Absolutely, yes.
On your point, which Arab Emirates do you promote besides Dubai right now is up and coming? Because there's obviously different ones.
Without a doubt, Ras Al Khaimah, because it's
I've heard that a lot.
we've known for several years now that it's one of the emirate that actually got the license for gambling.
It's Dubai, Sharjah, then Ras Al Khaimah, isn't it? Is that right?
The other way around.
The other way?
I think it's towards. I wouldn't say because my geography is not.
I think it's just
not
further
spot
up.
on.
Yeah.
But it's a lovely. They've got lovely resorts there, and they're booming. The real estate market in the Ras Al Khaimah is booming right now. Because of gambling, because of their license, they're building one of the biggest casinos, and virtually Ras Al Khaimah is becoming the Las Vegas of Middle East.
And before I comment, I'm not into no gambling. I don't want people to start going to me, see, what are you doing? It's just a lot of people from abroad who are going expats, they're liking it because of the variety, aren't they?
Of course, but we are talking mostly about the real estate and spotting the investment opportunity for high returns in the future.
What's the returns like in Ras Al Khaimah?
Well, it's very difficult to say that because it's a forecast, right? But based on past performance, if we would compare it with Dubai, we could definitely say maybe 15-20% yearly.
Wow.
If you would have gotten before the news broke out that they get gambling, but still, I believe that the investment is still worth for people who would like to diversify, and I would say that they definitely should speak with you about this because of the tax implication. That even if the capital appreciation would be lower, provisionally, let's say, for the sake of arguments, they would still be in advantage of the people who would invest there, because of the tax implication comparing to the UK market.
I think what I'm seeing a lot of people now, just from the Dubai strategy, is people using it as an exit strategy. But they're a bit fed up with UK. They're like, look, we're going to stop investing in the UK. We're going to invest in Dubai. And what we're going to do is now look at what asset class. Property, great. We're going to structure it in the right way. And then we may move out there in the future, which we can do both because it's property investment.
100%.
And then people then are like, now I'm going to pull out the money, tax-free, assuming income tax stays at zero.
Yes.
At the time they're recorded.
Of course, and also don't forget that they get other privileges such as getting the residency, bank accounts, and so on.
The
so
golden visa is massive right now.
Exactly, yeah.
Right now you need 2 million dirham control or 2 million dirham property, just a bit of a tip. The other bit I want to say, Vera, is you're in the process of buying an architecture business and helping entrepreneurs shares in the UK, right?
Yes, that's right, yes.
How is that going to add to the portfolio and add value?
Well, it's just following my love and to real estate, and the cause that is very close to my heart, and maximizing the value that I can bring in my network that I've been building for the past couple of years, well, almost a decade actually. So I'm very excited about this. I'm actually joining this existing architecture firm, and we will be growing it.
What specific areas are you going to focus on, or does the architecture business focus on? Anyone specific?
So the expertise really lies in every architectural services as well as interior design. However, what we are trying to create is one-stop shop for developers. So we do have a very, very good collaboration with the interior structural engineers. So which means that we can then create this as a service to our clients. Structural engineering, planning permission, all the building control regulation, very in-depth in-house understanding and knowledge of both. But also interior design, architectural fit out, interior fit out.
I guess to summarize, because it's quite big, what kind of value project or GDV, gross development value, would someone come to you and say, you're the people to help us?
Well, first of all, it can be quantified both in terms of your money but also time. Yeah. We would be saving time because we do have a really incredible team that is reliable. We've done business with them in the past.
What project size? Million plus, 2 million?
Any, and we can, of course.
Depending on your outcomes.
We can literally take on anything from a loft conversion to a mall building or building an airport.
Wow.
So we've done globally some projects which were quite big of various levels, and in Turkey, in the UK, actually in some countries across Europe. So yeah.
Turkey's quite big. I know they've had a lot of property growth there.
Yes.
Vera, thank you so much for adding value. Really appreciate it. Vera's going to hopefully like and comment on the post, and hopefully you need to contact her, wanting more insight into the things that she's doing and how she's helping entrepreneurs. DM her.
Yes, absolutely. Vera Ilisoy on LinkedIn and social media, Instagram and Facebook. Thanks.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Lisa. Are we getting to in society that when someone rents a house out, they can get abused for renting a house out to people to live there? What is the difference between? I still don't understand this, and maybe, you know what I mean. I've been to Dubai a few months ago and the suntan's still killing me. I don't know. What is the difference renting a house out to people to get rent and give them a life and being able to live in the house, then going and selling these goods and services in a business? What is the difference?
There's realistically no difference. At the end of the day,
people differentiate or distinguish between the two and start saying these landlords are the scum of the earth and things. I don't understand it. Can you throw some light? Because you see a lot of other entrepreneurs, a lot of people in the public and the property meet. Why have these people become the ones that everyone pulls out?
Because they're easy targets. It's as simple as that. For the media, they are easy targets. Ultimately, at the end of the day, anyone that profits from somebody else is seen as a demon. And that's the problem. I mean, we've already seen the big corporate companies like Starbucks and Amazon. They've already been demonised because they don't pay the correct tax. But no one's really bothered about that. But if your Amazon delivery doesn't turn up by 1 p.m, oh my goodness, all hell breaks loose. But ultimately, if all of the landlords that currently rent in the private sector literally decided to go on strike, what would we do with the 4.6 million people that occupy our private rented sector? We have to look at it from a practical perspective. There is not enough social housing. It is not available. Do you genuinely believe and expect 4.6 million households to be living on the street in boxes? I can tell you now, that's the only way Amazon is going to make money, because now they're going to be building boxes for the homeless.
I think they're doing some stuff anyway with these model houses, but I just think you put it in a nutshell. Julie has put it in a nutshell. Stop being haters. We should get more people. We need more people doing this to provide more housing, because no disrespect, Rodney and Thievesy ain't gonna help you at all. Just let me know that, and I don't care if they're watching. Don't you love the sale mentality, Julie? On that point, thank you so much. Before they ban us, you gotta love it. Thank you.